this is the UBTV election series. Today you're watching our rendezvous with the Greens. Unsurprisingly, the Green Party was born out of the environmental movement, but also focuses on social issues. Recently, it managed to shake off its image as the home of the bearded hippies and got its first MP elected in 2010. Now it's time to meet Darren Hall.
As you say, my name's Darren Hall. I'm the parliamentary candidate for the Green Party here in Bristol West, which is our number 2 target seat in the UK, behind retaining Caroline, obviously. I'm standing for the Green Party because they believe in social and environmental justice. That sweet spot of bringing together the social agenda and the environmental agenda, and all of our vision and values emerge from that belief in that's the best way forward.
Do you defy the stereotypical image of Greens as hippies?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, for one thing, I'm an ex-Air Force engineer. I was in the Royal Air Force. I think that military background is quite unusual. But I share a lot of the values. Yeah, I don't wear sandals, and I don't eat a lot of lentils, let's put it that way.
So what do you personally plan to do for young people locally, and what does your party plan to do for young people nationally?
Well, there's obviously the one big issue around student fees. So we are absolutely categoric about removing student fees and enabling people to get grants if they are finding it difficult to get through university. So that's one specific thing. I think the other thing is a bit more fundamental in the way the whole of education works, in that education has become a bit of an exam factory. And my sense of it is that we need to shift back to an education system that is enabling young people to become ready for life, not just for exams and for work.
And you've also said before that we shouldn't just measure a society's success through gross national product or gross domestic product.
Yeah.
How else do you think we should measure a society's success?
Well, what makes people happy is their health, their family and friends, their feeling of community, their access to green space. So that's where we're coming from in terms of how we would define value. It's about staff saying that they're able to cycle and walk to work, that they've got green space around them, that it's a really creative city. They very rarely say, oh, it's because I can get amazing wages. Because the top 1% in the UK have the same wealth as the bottom 55%. And that's just unacceptable, even on moral grounds. In a more equal society, even the rich do better. It's a more prosperous place overall.
And if you could choose any female politician to take surfing, who would it be?
Crikey. I'd like to know whether there were any female politicians that can surf. That would be a good thing to find.
Charlotte Leslie used to be a lifeguard.
You see, doing anything with the Conservatives is just a little bit difficult.
Next, a very eccentric Justin Quinnell burst onto the scene. Justin is a more old school Green. He has stood for the party 23 times and lost 23 times. Oh well, he said, they were bound to mistake the counting at some point.
Okay, so when you joined the Bristol Greens 26 years ago, did you ever think that they would be seeing the kind of popularity that you're seeing today?
Yeah. No, absolutely. There's no alternative. There won't be an alternative. This is the only way it's got to be. It's just a shame it's taken 26 years. It doesn't happen instantly. You can't consume your way out of a problem. You can't sort of live beyond the limits of a finite planet. And that's exactly what the sort of growth mentality of the other parties sort of perpetuates.
What do the Greens do differently from the other parties?
We look ahead. We look ahead and we look within the fact that we have one planet and we have to live within that planet. It's as simple as that. It's long term. We don't think in 4 years. And unfortunately, long term doesn't work well with other parties.
Okay, so just a couple more questions.
Oh, right. Phew.
What would you cook Charlotte Leslie for dinner?
I can't smell. I was born without a sense of smell. I'm a Mosnick, so I'd probably cook something that tasted horrid. I am known for my horrible cooking. I was a vegan for sort of like 7 years, so I'd probably cook her something really strange. What I'd do actually is I would go to our front garden where we have a small allotment. Everybody else has got cars on theirs, and I'd probably make her a bit of food from that. I don't really want her at my dinner party. I think I'd like Prince Philip, I'd like Aristotle, Isaac Newton, Gandhi, and Joey Ramone. That's what I'd like. So Charlotte Leslie can sort of like, so she can go to the chippy.
Brilliant answer. And final question, are you going to win?
No. I don't think I have ever lost. I may have stood 23 times and had nothing much to show for it, but you can't lose standing for optimism.
Listen carefully.